Hey everyone. It's pretty fucking hot. It's not even 8 and it's like really horrible. Um, so in my last video, I mentioned how when I question my sexuality, I question my gender. It's just the way it works for me, and it's been that way like forever. Um, and so recently, I've realized that I'm not male, but I am also not female. So there's that. So I guess, taken on the gender queer term for now until I figure out what's going on. Although I do think that for me, my gender identity stems from stuff that's happened to me in the past. I mean, I don't believe that, for everyone that identifies as trans, that something happened to make them, like something in their life is making them feel like the opposite gender or no gender or whatever. Like, I don't think that. Just for me, it seems to be that way. I, I don't know though. I would probably have to talk to a gender therapist to even know if what happened to me as a child, teen, and then, you know, if all that shit has to do with this gender identity thing. I don't I mean, like, when I think of someone who's trans, I don't think, oh, well, what happened in their life to make them feel that way? I understand that it's a biological thing, but for me, I don't know if it was, you know? Like, I obviously, like I mentioned, I'd have to go to a gender therapist and talk everything out. I'm not going to go to just a trauma therapist and talk to her because I will only see female therapists. I mean, I'm not that it's just the way it has to be. I can't be alone in a room uh, with a guy. Especially in that type of setting, it can't happen. But so just going to a trauma therapist or any regular therapist that didn't go to school at all for any type of gender stuff is not um, that just can't happen because how do I know that they're not transphobic and that they're just saying that yeah, of course that's what it's coming from. um, so I'm not gonna like take that chance and then because I mean what if she's wrong. um, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's construction going on. They're taking out the fucking whole road. I don't even understand why. I don't get the point. Anyways, so, but for me right now, I live in well, it's not really a small town. I guess it could be considered big, but um, there's not much around here. The closest grocery store is that way, and I can't get there by walking, so I shop at Rite Aid. I mean, they've got a library, and they've got the post office, and they've got banks, and they've got other convenience stores, and they've got small shops, like not like a Macy's, but they've got like, small little shops and stuff. Um, and there's not much in walking distance. So it's area wise, it's kind of big. But there's not a lot here. Like, I don't even know if there's many therapists in this town. I need someone in walking distance. I don't like taking the bus. It's a pain in the ass and too many people, and I don't like when people sit next to me. I had to drop off my external hard drive at a what do you call it? Computer store, so that they could transfer everything from my old computer to that, so that I could put it on my new computer. Although instead of putting it on my new computer, I just left it on there. But anyway, so I had to take the bus anyway because if I didn't, there would be no way for them to get that, and no way for me to get the stuff off my old computer and stuff I wanted. Um, there's some stuff on there that, you know, it would be sucky to lose because they don't have copies of everything on there, you know. And so I had to take the bus, and I figured, hey, you know, the grocery store's right there. It's like literally like right across the they've got the main road that goes through Berlin. That's the city name. It's still big, but it's a small town. But anyways, so they had the computer store, and then like a furniture store, and then like you go further and there's the grocery store. Anyways, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna shop, and I ended up getting, you know, a lot. Because, you know, when I go to grocery stores, I tend to buy a little more than I should. But anyways, so I had a lot of stuff, and I sat in the back, and I, you know, had stuff on the seat. They're small buses. They're not like those big, long ones that they have up in Burlington, which is like the biggest city in Vermont. But, so, small bus. Fills up quickly. I got unlucky and a guy sat next to me. I was uncomfortable. I don't like being in the situation because there's no way for me to be able to say, no, don't sit next to me, you know, because that's rude and it's public transportation. But I was like freaking out, and it was just not okay. So, anyways, so I hate taking the bus, and then I do have Medicaid as my insurance, health insurance. So I can get rides to places. However, again, there is a chance that a man is going to be the driver. No. No. I can't do that. I've done it before. I had to do it before, and I had no choice. And that was pretty annoying for me. So I didn't really have a choice, and it was really uncomfortable for me. I can't do that, so getting a ride up to Burlington like that is just not going to work. I just, no. And I'm sure that there are gender therapists up there. I know some people have seen people and stuff, but I don't know. It just, eh. And then taking the bus to Burlington. They have a bus, like, they have buses to Montpelier, and then they have buses that will go to Burlington and places in between. However, it's not just the Burlington buses I have to be aware of. I also have to be aware of the buses around here. So if, like, for whatever reason I was to miss the last bus in Burlington to come back, as well as the last bus from Montpelier to where I live, then, you know, I'm stuck. So I'm really worried about doing things like that as well. So, I just wish I had a car. I mean, I have a license, and it's, like, worthless right now because I don't have a car. I can't afford a car. I can't afford car insurance. Gas, no. And then we don't get free parking for this apartment building. We have to pay for a pass out back. So that's extra, and it's just too much. So it's not even worth it for me to have a car. Plus, it would have to be worth less than, I don't know, $2,000. So it's not even worth it. It'd just be nice, and then I could just, like, take myself to Burlington. I could take myself everywhere, but too expensive. So there's really no point. And like I said, I'm not gonna go see it. Well, I plan on seeing a trauma therapist, but I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna bring up it and being like, "What do you think?" Because, you know, she's probably not gonna know anything about it at all. Like, she'll probably just be like, "Oh yeah, that could totally be it," and, like, not even know what the fuck she's talking about. First is coming up. I think I mentioned in previous videos that I'm gonna be going to Planned Parenthood sometime soon. I finally made the appointment, made it online. like a Thursday. It's 2 days from now. And yeah, I don't want to go. I did. I don't know if I mentioned this, but my doc apparently Rite Aid. That's my pharmacy. I used to have Walmart, but it's out of the way. So I switched to Rite Aid and ran out of birth control. And I think I might have mentioned that. I don't know, but I had no refills, nothing. So I guess Rite Aid and Walmart both called my doctor, and they're like, well, which pharmacy do you use? You know, we got two different calls. And I'm like, Rite Aid. They're like, okay, well, we'll see what we can do. 3 more refills, which is a year. So I'm happy about that. And so I'm glad that I've got the refills and stuff. I mean, I don't really want to be on birth control. It's a pain in the ass to remember to take a damn pill every day. But I can't be on Depo again. I'm not going back on that shit. Well, first of all, I don't like shots anyways. But then, the last time I went off of it, what happened was I wasn't able to get anywhere for my next shot, nor be able to pay for it. So what happened was, for 5 whole months, give or take a few days, I had Shark 5 months. We'll call it that, you know, like Shark Week, but 5 whole fucking months. When but before birth control even came into the picture, because, you know, my grandmother was like totally was against it at that young age. Even though I wasn't having any sexual activity at that age, it would have been good to be on it. But anyways, before birth control came in the picture, I was having 2 month, 3 months ones. The doctor probably suggested birth control, but no. She was totally against that idea. I don't think she's against it, like, in the sense of, like, most, I shouldn't say most, like, some, of those that are Catholic, but I don't know. But I mean, I know my aunt's on it, but she has to be on it because she has a lot of, fallopian tube pregnancies. So she can't get pregnant without, you know, getting sick and stuff. Anyways, so that's why I don't want to go back on Depo, and it's just a pain in the ass to have to go to the doctor's office every 3 months. But I end up forgetting pills. Like, I had gotten this March 30th-ish, and it's now 4/17. That's all that's gone. A week and a day. I haven't even took yesterday's, and I mean, I'm not on it for pregnancy prevention, so it's not a big deal. It's not like I'm having sex and with someone that can get me pregnant, so it's not like I have to worry about that. But this is what happens. This is why being on pills is bad for me, because I don't remember to take them. And it says right here on my bed, like, I've got a whole bunch of shit here. I've got, like, my floss. I keep my floss by me so that when I eat, because this is where I eat, right here in front of the computer, get stuff stuck in there. My iPod. I'm British. I've been obsessed with the UK, and I just, like, I prefer, like, spelling stuff that way. But, yeah, I've got all kinds of things. Fiber. This shit sucks. They're sugar-free, and they're really disgusting. Fiber Choice, I know it's backwards, but whatever. They taste really gross. I didn't realize they were sugar-free till I got home, and I was like, well, fuck. I hate sugar-free anything. I think I got my Game Boy. I need to get it. Anyways. I'm playing this game. In case you can't read that, that's Pokemon Leaf Green version. It's like the best game ever. Okay, maybe not, but... Anyways, so... yeah, basically I'm kind of at a standstill with what I'm doing with transitioning and stuff. I'll figure it out eventually. I have nothing else to say of worthiness.